Good afternoon. Welcome to the weekly TreasuryONE video update. I'm Cilliers, head of market risk at TreasuryONE, and joining me again today is Cilliers, currency strategist at TreasuryONE. Andre, we've seen the past week the market's a little bit of a limbo due to Thanksgiving holiday in the US. They're being off on Thursday and half days on Friday. Market's not doing much, just sort of floating along where it is currently. What is your current take on the markets?
Yes, it almost felt like a very early Christmas period where everybody goes on to holiday and nothing happens. But we did have Mr. Trump saying that they will give Mr. Biden access to the funds necessary to start the transition of the government. And he said that he will move out of the White House in due course. So a bit of a concession by him that the election was won by Mr. Biden, so that can sort of move out of the way. Furthermore, we've still had massive increases in the COVID infected people in America and across Europe. Certain parts of Europe, France, for instance, seems to be toning down a little bit again. But it's interesting that if you look at France and Britain over the weekend, then we've seen some riots there. So we are seeing frustration from people building up, and that could have certain impacts going forward onto economies and the way people spend money and so forth. But the biggest factor still remains stimulus packages, Europe hitting a bit of a stumbling block there and not really moving forward with the deployment of the funds released, countries opposing that. In America, they still cannot agree on another round of stimulus. In China, we are seeing the economy rebounding quite nicely. We are still seeing that stock markets are doing fairly well. Commodity prices coming under pressure. So there's still a mixed bag out there, but nothing concrete that we can change and say anything is decisively happening or changing the front at the moment. So for the moment, I think the rand will just stay within a trading range, and I want to put it into quite a narrow trading range, call it 15.15 to 15.35, 15.40-ish. Very short-term exporters sell at those levels, convert your money, put it back into your rand account rather than on CFC accounts. But not a time to take forward cover at this stage. Likewise for the importers, when you see the low 15.15s, then you can take some forward cover, but that's for the short-term ones. But as things develop, we will update you on what we think. Currently, we have an opinion piece out that we've sent to our mailing list. Please read that. That's got important information for you and very interesting reading material, and could influence your decisions into what the hedging policies and changes would be for 2021.
Yeah, Andre, just to quickly add on to you, the only commodity we've really seen under pressure at the moment has been gold, as this gold has lost its safe haven status and everybody is piling into risk. And that just complements the view of the article you mentioned that's currently out on distribution, is about the dollar that remains under pressure, that everybody's piling into risky assets. So yeah, oil has been through the roof. We've seen it up at $48 a barrel, and all the PGM producers out there, they must be smiling, because platinum and palladium and rhodium has really been performing, and copper has really been also rebounding with a lot of demand out of China. So yeah, thank you for your update, and have a wonderful week.
Thank you very much. Same to everybody.